Hey guys, welcome back to FedEx Gaming's Redstone tutorials. In this tutorial, we're showing you guys how to build my fountain door. Now, the reason why I called it a fountain door is because it's not really a secret door, since you can kind of see a dispenser and a torch right there in the middle. So I just called it a fountain door. But simply is we're going to open up a door underneath the fountain and we're going to go into it. That's what it is. It's a fountain door. So if we come right over here into this corner and we throw an item at our fountain right here, the item will get pushed into the floor and our fountain door will open up. And as you can see, the whole floor is flush right here. You don't see any redstone whatsoever here. But like I said, that torch and the dispenser kind of gives it away. And then we just drop down here into our room. You can do whatever you want down here. I just made a nice little glowstone room. And if we come over here and click the button, we can close our fountain door up behind us. And then if I click the button again, it will open up our fountain door. There we go. Obviously, you can wait for the water to go away, or, you know, you could just jump in there and go right up it right away. But I like to just wait for the water to go away. Now, if you're wondering where your items go are going to go inside this chest right here. So whenever you want to grab them, you can go in and grab them. But when you're ready to leave, you just come back over here, throw any item at this block again. It will close your fountain door behind you and turn on the water. All right, guys, so here's a little bit of an outside view of it right here. I know it's a little bit bulky, yes, but you know, it does what it needs to do and it works just fine. So if we want to I'll show you what everything looks like when we click the button right here. So we click the button, our pistons pull to the side and turn off our water. And then obviously, you know, you have to wait for the water to go away. Click the button again, closes up behind you, and it turns the water on. So let's start building this thing, guys. All right, guys, so this build is pretty big. So for this build, we're going to need a 8x5 spacing. We're also gonna have to dig down 4. However, we do need to dig down 5 in just one area, so make sure you have enough room to dig down 5. Now for this build, we're going to need 5 droppers, 1 dispenser, 6 sticky pistons, 4 hoppers, 5 redstone comparators, 6 redstone repeaters, 3 redstone torches, redstone dust, 1 button. We're also going to need a minecart with a hopper, a piston. Now you're not going to need the piston for the build. You will be getting this back. That's just to get the minecart with the hopper in. Same goes for the rail. You're just going to need 1 rail, but you're going to be getting that back. We're also going to need 1 chest, 1 slab. This is going to be for the bottom of your fountain over here, because if you do not have a slab or a staircase above this chest, you won't be able to get into it and it won't work right. So just use a stair or a slab for that part. We are also going to need a slab for the build itself. We're going to need a sign, a bucket of water, some blocks to put our redstone down on, and then some blocks of choice. I'm going to be making my fountain out of sandstone and quartz. And then, you know, I just have items here to test it out when we are building it. So let's start building this thing, guys. All right, guys, so we're going to start by doing our input. So once you've gotten your 8x5 spacing and you've dug down your 4, come to the bottom left-hand corner right over here and just come up 1 block like this and come 1 block to the side like that. Then on the second block right here, we're going to put a dropper facing upwards. Make sure it's a dropper, not a dispenser. And then we're going to put a hopper going into the side of the dropper like that. Then on top of this dropper, we're going to put another dropper facing towards our hopper, like so. Then right above this hopper, we're going to put another dropper facing downwards off this one like that. And that will create our T flip-flop. Then all you have to do is just go inside this dropper right here and place 1 item in there. Make sure you only put 1 item in there. I'm going to be putting a piece of dirt in there like that. Next, what I want you to do is come up 2 blocks right here, 1, 2, and put a comparator going into this dropper like so. And then coming out of the side of this dropper over here, we're going to come up 2 blocks and put another comparator coming out of this dropper like that. And I see the comparator came on because the item is inside this dropper right here. Next, what I want you to do is come 2 blocks over from here, 1, 2, and we're going to put our chest here. And then we're going to put a hopper going into the back of our chest. And that's going to be our input right there. So when an item falls in here, it will activate our T flip-flop. So let's just do that right now. So I'm going to take out my dirt blocks, and this comparator will go off once I throw an item in this hopper. So boop, the comparator goes off. Throw another item in. The comparator comes on. So there's our T flip-flop in action. So if yours is not doing this, then you built your T flip-flop wrong. Next, what we're going to do is put our minecart with a hopper in. So what I want you to do is right above this hopper right here, we're going to go into sneak mode, put a block right on top of it, put a rail on top of the block, and then put a minecart with a hopper. Make sure it's a minecart with a hopper right above that block. Delete this block. Your minecart with a hopper will fall on top of that comparator. You can go ahead and take your rail out, you know, if you want to keep that, if you're doing this on survival. Next, what I want you to do is just put a block right on top of this chest, another one, and then another one over like that. Then delete these 2 blocks right here. And then what we're going to do is just come up 2 more blocks, 1, 2, delete the middle block. Make sure you do not touch that minecart with a hopper, or else you're going to have to fidget it back in. So then right underneath that block, we're going to put a piston right here. then put a button right above it, click the button, and that will push the block inside the minecart. And then we can delete these. We no longer need that stuff. So now if I throw an item right at the top of this block, it will go through it, thus activating our T flip-flop. So let me just get that item out actually. There we go. All right, guys, so next what we're gonna do is the circuit for our sticky pistons. So we're gonna come over here where this comparator is, and you know what? Let's yeah, make sure your comparator is on right now. So your item should be inside this dropper. So just make sure your comparator is on. Next, what I want you to do is put a block in front of your comparator, delete this block. Also, you can go ahead and delete all these blocks under here. We actually might need that spacing, I don't remember. So just delete all 3 of those blocks under there. And then right here, coming out of this block where the comparator is, we're gonna come this way, delete that block, and put a repeater coming out of this block like that. The repeater should come on because of the comparator. Next, we're gonna put a block up in front of the repeater, a block down, delete this middle block and put some redstone dust here. It should come on due to this repeater. Next, we're gonna put a block next to this redstone dust like that. So it looks something like this right now, guys. It should look something like this. And then off this block, we're gonna go ahead and put a torch. It should go off. Next, coming to the left of this off torch, we're gonna come out 2 blocks. So 1, 2, put redstone dust on top of both of them. Then we're gonna put a block up next to this redstone dust like that. Delete that block, it's not needed, and put some redstone dust right here. Then we're gonna come a block out this way and put a repeater going this way on 1 tick delay. Put a block up in front of your 1 tick delay repeater, a block underneath it, delete this block and put some redstone dust here. And then on the inside right here where this on dust is, we're gonna put a block next to this off redstone dust right here, like so. Next, we're gonna take out our sticky pistons and we're gonna put a sticky piston here and a sticky piston here. And this is going to be one of our flooring blocks for our fountain. So go ahead and put a flooring block here. And this is going to be the outside block for our fountain. So put a outside block right here. So as you can see, it's going to be that outside block like that. Next, what I want you to do is come back over here where this 1 tick delay repeater is. And we're going to be putting a slab upside down right here. So just come out 1 block and then put a slab right here upside down. Delete this block, put some redstone dust here. Put a block coming out of that from that redstone dust and put a repeater coming out of the dust on 3 ticks delay. Next, coming out of the block where the 3 tick delay repeater is, we're going to put 2 sticky pistons facing this way like that, and then 1 sticky piston facing upwards with a block of our fountain inside there like that. And that should be all our pistons for up here. Next, what I want you to do is come down here where this slab is and come underneath it with redstone dust. I'm just going to bring this all the way down to this corner right underneath this sticky piston. And then we're going to come out 1 more this way and then put a block of choice in front of that. That's going to activate this piston right here. So now all our sticky pistons should be in and working. Next, we have 1 more sticky piston. I almost forgot about this one. We have to delete these 2 blocks right here underneath the hopper and the chest. And we're going to put another sticky piston facing this way like that, with a block of choice in front of it like so. Next, what we're gonna do is swing over here. Make sure you do not touch that minecart. You do not want to fidget that back in. Come down here, and where this on dust right here is, we're just gonna put a block next to our sticky piston. This should activate it like that. So next, what we're gonna be doing is the fountain itself. This is where the water is going to be coming out and going away when we open up our fountain. So what I want you to do is, starting from here, we're gonna come right back over here, and where this off torch is, if it's not off, go ahead and throw an item in there just to make sure your T flip-flop is still on. And what we're gonna do is put a dropper facing upwards right off the block where this off torch is, like that. Put a hopper coming out of the top of it like this. Next, what I want you to do is take a block out and just put it right next to your dropper right here. And then coming out of this hopper right here, we're gonna put a comparator going this way like that. And then we're gonna take out a block of choice. You will be able to see this block, so make sure you're using a block of choice here. And we're gonna put a block right in front of this comparator like so. Put a torch on top of the block. Next, take out your fountain colored block. So I'm going to be using quartz. I'm going to put a block of quartz or whatever you're using right on top of this off torch. Then we're going to put a torch on top of the block. The torch should go off. Put a block on top of the torch. And then put our dispenser. So take out your dispenser and put that right above this block right here. Do not put your water in there yet, because we don't want it activating accidentally and literally washing everything away. You do not want that to happen. We'll put that in last. So right now our fountain is still not completely functional. So what we have to do is right here where we just put our dropper in and our hopper in, we're going to come over down here, and where this half slab is, we're going to come right underneath it and see where this redstone dust is. We're going to come right next to this redstone dust, delete down this 1 block. That's why I said we had to dig down 5. And we're going to put a dropper, make sure it's a dropper, facing upwards like this. Put an item in it, just 1 item. Do not put 2 or it won't work. Just put 1 item in it. And then we're going to put a hopper facing off the top of it like that. Put a comparator coming out of the hopper like so. Then coming out of that comparator right there, you see there's the comparator right there. Coming out of it, we're going to put a repeater on 4 ticks delay. And then we're going to put a block right here, and that will activate our water. So our water should come out, and then go away when we turn it on, but we're not going to do that right now, or else we're going to wash everything away. And last but not least, guys, we have only one more step, and that is to get this sticky piston working, because once it opens up, this will actually go into a butted motion, making it so this doesn't go over. So what we need to do is just come right back over here. See where this hopper, where the hopper and the dropper is? We're gonna have to come out from that block right there, from where our 4 tick delay repeater is going into, and we're gonna have to put a repeater coming out of that block on 1 tick delay like that. Put a block in front of it with redstone dust. Now we can't have our redstone dust going in this motion right here, or else it will pretty much make a clock and ruin everything. So we're just gonna put a block right here and put a lever, or you can use a hook on the side of a wall, or you can use a railing. It doesn't really matter what you use. Just make sure you have it so it's not going into this block at all. So just use a lever. Do never touch this lever though. If you flip this lever on, it will pretty much just make it so this piston over here never retracts. So that lever is just there to redirect that redstone dust. Next, we're going to do is coming out of this block right here, we're going to go ahead and put a repeater like that on 1 tick. Just leave it on 1 tick. Then we're going to put a block in front of the repeater. And then right over here, we're going to put redstone dust here. And then put a block right underneath this sticky piston like that. And whatever you do, do not put a block underneath your T flip-flop like this, or else this redstone dust will lock your T flip-flop, breaking everything. So just make sure you do not do that. Leave this space open right here. And now we only have one more thing to do, guys. So right over here, coming out of this hopper, see where this hopper is? We're going to put a comparator going this way. And then we're going to put a block right in front of it. So we'll activate this redstone dust. This is literally just to get this sticky piston over here working, then stop it from putting it in a budding motion. All right, guys, so I actually messed up. I forgot to put an item inside this dropper right here. So just make sure you put an item inside this dropper right here, and everything should work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and put some dirt right in here. So pretty much everything should be working just fine. So if I throw an item right in here, everything should extend up, thus closing our fountain. So just throw any item right in here. As you see, everything closed just fine. Here's where our fountain is. Perfect. And then if I throw an item in there again, everything should open up just fine. So throw an item in there. There we go. Beautiful. So guys, we are completely done with the redstone. Now all we have to do is just put our fountain in and we are done. So what I want you to do is just make sure it is closed right now. So as you can see, it's in its fountain state. And we're going to go ahead and pull out a staircase or slab, and we're going to put it right above this chest. That's just so we can get inside the chest right here. And we're just going to fill out the rest of our fountain. So just put a block, don't touch that hopper. Just put blocks around like this, and then take out your blocks of choice for your fountain and just bring it all the way around like that. Here we go. Next, what I want you to do is come on the inside of it. Oh yeah, no, I almost forgot to take out a button, and then right off this part right here of your T flip-flop, this dropper right here, you're gonna go into sneak mode and put a button right there like that. That's so you can activate it from the inside as well. So if I click this button, it activates from the inside as well. So, if you're inside of it and you want to close it up, you can go ahead and do that. So next, what I want you to do is come right down here where you see your chest and everything, and right off this sticky piston right here, we're going to put a block and put a sign coming off the side. This is just to stop the water from flowing inwards and taking like 10,000 years for the water to go away. And then we could throw some blocks of choice in here like this, and then we can go ahead and put our water in. We should be, actually open it up first. So make sure it is opened up right now, like that, and then go ahead, go up inside your dispenser, and then put your water bucket in it. And then so when I click this button right here, it should close it. There we go. The water comes out nicely, beautiful. And then when we open it up, make sure you have your sign and everything in there. You don't want your water flowing everywhere. So you see the sign stops the water from flowing everywhere. And then the water dissipates, and then we can go ahead and leave our fountain. All right, guys, and you are completely done. So now you can go ahead and test it out. So right here in this corner, if you throw any item at this block down here, it will go through the block, opening up your fountain. And of course, you can go right down your fountain. And now this is completely up to you guys. You can do whatever you want down here. Obviously, this is Minecraft. So, just figure out what you want to do. What I like to do is, just coming down another block. And then I like to fill this area in with some blocks of choice. Obviously, you want to leave it open so you can get to that button over there. I like to put some blocks here to hide my redstone. And then right here, I like to put blocks to hide all this redstone. But obviously, like I said, keep that spot open so you can get to your button right there, so you could close it from the inside. And then obviously any items you throw in there, if you want to take them back out, you just go inside this chest and you can retrieve any items you have thrown inside your fountain door. And then when you want to close it up, when you get in the outside, just throw another block at this and it will close it from the outside. And then the fountain comes on, and that is it. And you are completely done, guys. That is the entire build. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe, stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys, peace.